Dual PC streaming setup. Welcome everyone, my name is Murray. Today we're going to learn how to do a dual PC setup with either the GoXLR or with your capture cards, with your cam links, with your DSLR cameras, basically everything. You have two computers, one is your main or gaming PC, the other one is your streaming PC, and I'm going to show you how to bridge the gap so that you have a seamless stream, it looks professional, and people enjoy it. Remember, all of the products I mentioned in this video are down below in the description. Feel free to use those, it helps kick back on the channel for me. Free content for you guys. If those are helpful, great, it supports the channel at no cost to you. Also, if you have issues with this whole setup and you just can't figure things out, or you're just troubleshooting and nothing's working, feel free to join the Discord server down below. There's a lot of other people who have dual PC setups and single PC setups. They've had to troubleshoot their issues. And also, I'm not going to be able to answer every single person. So there's a bunch of streamers in there like-minded like you guys who are also good at streaming and they just know their way around having a professional setup. So without further ado, let's check it out. But first, intro. So Google sent their Google Nest. They sent it to me for free. It came in the other day. Okay Google, play some epic royalty-free music for this epic B-roll sequence.
Sure, playing your Spotify playlist called Royalty Free.
Alright, so first off, I'm going to assume you have two computers, a gaming PC or a main PC and your streaming PC. If you don't, I'm going to leave links down below to different price ranges if it helps you. But we're going to jump over to how to set things up on your gaming PC first. With a dual PC setup, we're not going to talk a lot about single PC setups because I have done videos on that in the past. But with a dual PC setup, what you're going to do is this. Obviously you have your capture card. This is the Elgato HD60s. This is 60 frames per second and it's HD. You can get the 4K 60 version. I don't need it because I'm not going to even be streaming in 4K. I'm going to be streaming in 1080p, 60 frames per second. This works great. So this is a huge helpful piece of equipment. First, you need to make sure your capture card is connected to your gaming PC and your streaming PC to bridge the gap. So first, connect your HDMI to the capture card and connect that into the GPU on your gaming PC. Next, connect your USB-C into the capture card and connect it via USB into your stream PC. All the cables come with this capture card when you buy it online, so you don't have to worry about any extra cables. Now, when you're setting up your displays, let's say you have two computer screens on your main PC, you have your Elgato HD60s connected to your main PC, and then you have your stream PCs connected to the Elgato through the Type-C port. So once you have that set up, you're going to make sure that you extend all three of your displays. So you have your main screen, the gaming one that people are going to see, you have your second screen, and then you have the Elgato. You're going to extend all of them. You're not going to duplicate any. Here's how you're going to set that up. You're going to right click on your desktop and go to display settings. And you're going to make sure that the capture card and your two computer screens are extended, not duplicated. That way it recognizes your capture card as an extra screen, essentially a third screen. Now remember, a lot of people have complained about having their, let's say 144Hz monitor or even 120Hz monitor getting cut down to 60 because they're duplicating their screens to the Elgato HD60s. Now, because of the whole bunch of issues they've had, once you set up OBS and you project it to the capture card, sometimes it might not switch back to your full monitor's potential. In my case, I have a 2K monitor, which is 144Hz, and it's a curved monitor. Now, off the bat, a lot of the time it's not going to pick its default setting. So in your display settings, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down, go to advanced display settings. Right now I have my main screen selected. You can choose other stuff here. You don't need to because a lot of people just want to make sure they have their full potential for their monitor when they're gaming because they want to be able to use those milliseconds that really do count in a competitive sense. So with my main monitor selected here, you can see here that it's at 1440p, which is 2K, and it's at 144Hz. Now, if you know that your computer screen is, let's say, maxed at 60 Hz, but you know it's a 144Hz monitor, just go to the properties here and you can actually go and change it down in the monitor settings here. Here's the Hertz. Sometimes it caps it at 60, but you can actually get it back to 144 Hertz. So a lot of people have had that issue, and I hope that helps, especially with capture cards. This is where the tricky part comes in for some people. What you're gonna do is you're gonna download OBS Studio onto your gaming PC. Don't worry, you're not going to be streaming from it or recording. The whole point of having a dual PC setup is to spread the load and use your resources wisely, because maybe you don't have a powerful computer, so you're going to spread the load between two moderately okay computers. So what you're going to do is once you've downloaded OBS, and by the way, the reason why I say don't download Slobs or Streamlabs OBS to do this on your gaming PC is because Streamlabs OBS is not as optimized for your computer resources. So it takes up more resources than OBS Studio. And the whole point of this is to minimize the amount of resources your gaming PC is using so that you can use that and direct it towards your game. And so once you're in OBS on your gaming PC and you've set up your whole display settings and everything like that, make sure your capture card is all set up. We're going to right click in sources and we're going to click add, and we're going to add a display capture. Once you've choose the name, obviously it's going to pick up my main screen here. You can obviously have different options. I'm going to choose this one because that's what I want. Click OK. You can see that's my display here. And then what I'm going to do is once you have OBS open on your gaming PC, you got to have it open whenever you stream. Right click on this preview screen, go to Full-screen Projector and do Elgato HD60s. Now your main computer screen is going to be duplicated into your capture card and into the stream PC. That way you don't have to worry about duplicating it with your display settings and losing your frames per second or hertz, because a lot of people have had that issue. So OBS fixes that issue. And then when you set up your scene in OBS or Streamlabs or XSplit, whatever you use on your streaming PC, make sure you obviously create a scene, and then you're going to right click, which you add a source, and you're going to add a video capture device. Obviously name it whatever you like, and then choose the Elgato HD60s. This is the capture card that you're going to have plugged into your stream PC, and that is also projecting from OBS through your capture card into the stream PC. Remember, you have to have OBS Studio open on your gaming PC if you're going to project it with OBS into your capture card. Right, now that you've got your gaming PC onto your stream PC, we're gonna do the audio. If you don't have an audio soundboard or a GoXLR or anything that's related to hardware, I do have a tutorial on how to connect your gaming audio and your microphone audio from your gaming PC to your stream PC without using any hardware and without paying for any software. There's free software, I'll leave a link right up here. You can see how to bridge the gap for your audio with your microphone and with your gaming audio, and you can connect that straight into your stream PC. I'm going to talk about how to set it up with the GoXLR. I have also shown how to set up your GoXLR from start to finish, the correct audio settings, and to fine tune it all and make sure that you have it used to the best quality and to the best potential that it has. Link to that video is also up there on how to set up your GoXLR. As far as audio goes for your dual PC stream, you can download the Pedalboard 2 software. It's free. You can also get some plugins to utilize and make it more than what it actually is out of the box. You can download that, capture your microphone audio, that'll go into the software, and that'll go through your capture card into your stream PC. That way you don't have to use two microphones, you can only use one. Again, that video is in the top right in the cards. So the way I'm going to start out is I'm going to just have a levels. What we're going to do is just grab the output, set it here. We're going to grab the output 1, put it here, output 2 as well, and this will increase or decrease your levels. So I'm just going to bring it down to here. Then what I'm going to do is add a noise gate or G gate. This will just essentially cut off some of the stuff, so let's drag both left and right channels into the noise gate. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to add a VU meter, which just essentially shows the levels of my audio. So if I drag that out into here, there's my left channel, you can see me talking there, and then there's the right channel. And you can see if I drag these up and down, the level here, you can see how much it increases and decreases. So I'm going to leave it at about that. And then with the noise gate or the G gate here, if I click the E over here, you can adjust, you can see how much it'll attack the threshold and the fade. So it just takes a bit of messing around, but the attack is how quick it happens, the fade is how long it fades out until you won't be able to hear anything, and the threshold right now is at -75 dB. With that I go usually to about -10 19 or something like that. So when I stop talking, you'll see there's no audio levels. Watch this. Now, to finally send this out to your streaming PC and everything, just drag the left and right channels to the output from your G gate. Let's get the right as well. Put that there. I just have this here so I can see my levels. You can't actually send your channels out through this into something else. So I send it straight from my G gate. This is just so I can monitor that. Let's say that we're happy with all of this, with the G gate and the levels and everything, and we want to send it all the way into our stream PC. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to options, we're going to go to audio settings, and these will be different initially. So what you need to do is go to direct sound. This is what works for me. And then go to your output, make sure it's your capture card. Right now I've set it to HD60s. There's also speakers, Elgato Sound Capture, but that didn't work for me, so I chose this one. And my output, I'm gonna leave it at the primary sound capture driver, because if you want to change your microphone input, just choose whichever one you want. Right now it would be USB, but I'm gonna leave it at my default because that works. So then what I can do is I can go to File and Save As, and save it as a preset wherever I want, name it, and the nice thing is, because the issue is when I close the software, I'm just going to discard the changes because I've already have one saved. If I open the software again, it sets up as a default again every single time, which is annoying. So what I've done is when I've saved my preset, I just go to File, Open, and it already opens to where I last saved something. I'll just double click on it and there it is again. As far as setting up the audio with your GoXLR, there is a full video in the top right in the cards, but here's a quick important note that you must take once setting up your GoXLR.
So the way you route this is actually very simple. You've got a power supply in the back of the GoXLR, which you simply plug into a wall. And you've also got a USB, which you connect to the PC. You plug your headphones in through the headphone jack, and you plug your microphone, assuming you have a headphone microphone or one that plugs in through a 3.5mm jack, plug that into the microphone input. If you have a dual PC stream setup, make sure that you have the line out on the GoXLR connected via 3.5mm jack to the in port or the line in on your stream PC, and make sure you have the line out from the stream PC go to the line in on the GoXLR. And of course, if you have an XLR microphone, make sure you connect the XLR cable into the back of the GoXLR. Alright, and your first tab is here, which is your microphone. But before that, we have to go into the settings in your audio hardware here. Right click on this, open sound settings. First thing you're going to do, sound control panel. Alright, you can see here, I drag this over, there's already a few different, there's like 5 or 6 of these, and you're trying to guess, which one do I choose? Well, you see system, sample, music, game, and chat. This board is so powerful and so smart that you can choose where to send all of these samples to or sounds to. So for example, system, this is where you're going to hear everything. Make sure you set it as default right over here. I've already done it. It's got a check mark. Now with chat, you want to make sure you set this as default communications device. So if I go down here, default communications device.
What am I forgetting? Oh, how about cameras? Having a face cam on your stream is very important. So this one specifically is the A6500, there's a A5100, 4500, 5100, whatever you call them. You can even use a GoPro. Now you obviously got to connect it through an HDMI into your camera, and
mission failed. We'll get them next time.
You can connect your HDMI cable into your DSLR, then connect that HDMI into your capture card, or this is technically a Cam Link, which is Elgato's. This is the 4K version. You can use an Elgato HD60s, the same capture card as I've been talking about before. I have a video on how that works as well, link in the top right in the cards. But you can connect it to your Cam Link, plug it into your stream PC, and you've got your face cam all set up. But there is another way to do this in case this solution doesn't work, or you don't want to have OBS on your main computer. There's another solution. So NDIs are actually pretty useful, and to be completely honest, I haven't done a lot of NDI streaming, but I know someone who has. A buddy of mine, Lipster09, he's a great Twitch streamer. He's been doing it for a while now. He has a dual PC setup and he uses NDI to bridge the gap between his gaming PC and the streaming PC. Here's what he has to say about that.
Hello, I'm Lipster09, and today I'm going to be going over how to dual PC stream with NDI. Now I've noticed there's 4 positives when doing this. The first one is that you send all of your audio and video over from one PC over to another, so usually your gaming PC over to your streaming PC. Number 2 is that you actually can use this on Streamlabs OBS, or both, and I'll touch on that later. Number 3 is there's the NDI plugin for your streaming software, but there's also the NDI New Tech Tools scanner tool that you can use in order to send your signal over from your gaming PC to your streaming PC. And number 4, it's 100% free, so you can download it and use it right now since you've spent all that money on dual PC streaming. Now, some of the negatives I've seen is that all of the sound actually goes through a single channel. So if you want to alter your mic or your gameplay or anything like that, you actually need to do it on your gaming PC and not on your streaming PC. Number 2 is that you actually have to apply the NDI source to every scene you want to use the sound in. So if you want to be on starting soon and you go to your live screen and then your lobby screen, you actually have to add that same NDI source into each one. Number 3 is that you actually need to be on a wired network. Now, just when I was talking about it needs to be on every scene, this can actually cause a little bit of a network bottleneck, but this is on your local area network and there shouldn't be that much strain on it, so you should be good to go. But make sure you're on a wired network, otherwise this will not work. And the last one is if you're changing scenes, sometimes the audio doesn't actually continue to work, so you may see the mixer move but the audio doesn't go through. Just make sure that you reload the NDI source and you should be good to go. Now, some of the main differences I've noticed if you want to use the NDI New Tech Tools, I've had OBS give me frame drop due to encoding lag, so your audio and video can be skipping. I would say just go ahead and download the NDI New Tech scanner tool off of the New Tech website, and it's very simple to set up. You just click on it, it goes to your system tray, and it has all the settings you would need, whether you want to add your mic or your audio or whatever. And then it's sending that source over, and again, you just pick that up over in your streaming PC. So now that we've talked about the pros and cons of NDI, let's actually talk about installing and using NDI for a dual PC setup. So most people prefer to use OBS on their gaming PC and Streamlabs on their streaming PC, so that's what we're going to be showing. So go ahead and pull up your browser source, go to OBS-NDI Plugin, click on the New Tech NDI integration, and then go to download. Make sure you scroll down and there's going to be a Windows installer.exe if you're on Windows. Go ahead and install that, restart your PC and your streaming software, and you should see underneath tools that there is an NDI source. If there's not, what you want to do is come back to this page, download the Windows zip, click on the file, go to OBS plugins, 64-bit, and copy these two. Now you want to now go to where your OBS file is stored at. For me, it's local disk, which is the C drive, program files, and OBS Studio, but this could be different for you. Once you've navigated to this file though, find OBS plugins, 64-bit, and then paste those 2 files in. Once you've pasted those files in, go ahead and reload OBS, and you'll now notice under tools, you'll see NDI plugin. So click on that. My old settings are still there, but make sure that you enable NDI here and then change the name. You would know that this is active by going to settings, video, and you can't change your output. If you want to change your output, just go back to the NDI plugin, unselect it, and go to video, and you can now change everything. Or the other popular way is actually sending the signal over. So now that we've got NDI active, go over to your streaming PC, add a new source, NDI source, and if you don't have NDI installed, all you need to do is just Google NDI Streamlabs OBS download, and you should be greeted with a thing, an actual like Streamlabs support, and then under here is New Tech NDI SDK, and just download that and reinstall and everything, so you should be good to go. So once you've added that, add a new source, NDI source, and add it, and you'll find the source name desktop, which was great time. If you don't see it, just click on the drop down arrow and you will end up seeing it, and click done. And if you want to resize this, go to transform and then stretch the screen, and look at that, you've got twitch.tv/lipster09. Now, one last thing I actually want to jump into is NDI scanner tool, and the reason you might want to use this is because if you go to view and then stats, if you're getting like really bad dropped frames, you'll see frames missed due to, or skip frames due to encoding or rendering lag. It could be really big here. So you may not want to use OBS to actually send your signal over. So what you can do is use the NDI scanner tool. So go to Google, do NDI tools, and the first link will come up, NDI tools. Just scroll down until you see NDI tools 4.5 available now. Click on download and find the appropriate one, so probably NDI tools for Windows. Click on download, fill out this information. You don't actually need correct information, just as long as you put it through, you'll be good. And eventually you'll be greeted with this download link. This will come with a full package. All you actually need is the NDI scan converter, which you'll see right here. Once you download it, just find scan converter app and go ahead and run it. Mine's already running, and you'll see it down in your system tray. It's not an actual like program that'll pop up here. Right click and go ahead and look at some of these settings. So for example, frame rate, you probably want at 60p or 30p depending on how you're running your settings. Capture settings, if you want to mess with these, region of interest and configure ROI, which is the region of interest, will be what you're actually capturing. So it's gonna be similar to a display capture source that's in Streamlabs and not like an actual like window capture. It's gonna be capturing everything. If you want to add any other audio sources, I'd suggest like your microphone you can put through here. You can do like microphone, USB audio device, whatever yours is, enable it there. And then once you've done that, you're good to go. You would just go back to your streaming software. This was our previous NDI source, which was from OBS, but let's right click it, go to properties. And this time you'll see another NDI source. So this is the one I just activated. Click on it, show it, and then boom, you've got it. Now it's actually stretched out the whole thing, but you can see that this was actually my display capture and this is the NDI source. So that covers OBS, Streamlabs, NDI, and NDI scanner tools. Now, if anyone has any further questions, you can catch me live at twitch.tv/Lipster09. I also hang out in Murray's Discord, so just ping at Lipster the Reclaimer and you'll find me, or check me on my socials at Lipster09.
There you have it, a dual PC streaming setup with a soundboard or without a soundboard, depends on which one you have. If you enjoyed, subscribe, stick around for the future. I do a lot of other streaming tutorials, visual effects, editing, and join the Discord community down below. A lot of great people there. They know how to stream, dual PC, single PC. They're also just really awesome people. We do some giveaways here and there as well. That's all happening in the Discord server, so join that. I'll see you there. If you have any questions as well, leave a like on the video, that would really be appreciated. I kind of want this video to get some views because that helps pay for all the giveaways down in the Discord. So yeah, I appreciate it. Much love. Remember, keep smiling, keep shooting.